All right, this one's going to be very unpleasant. The x-axis in the graph of y equals the square root of 1 minus x squared. Each cross-section perpendicular to the x-axis is a rectangle whose height is 10 times the width. So basically what we're doing here is we're trying to find the area between these two curves. So you're looking at a rectangle, right? Looks like that. Looks awful. Let me scoot you over to make that maybe a better representation of a rectangle. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, and so what we're kind of looking at is, all right, what we're told is the width of this rectangle is going to be, it's a rectangle. So you have a rectangle, the width is going to be the square root of 1 minus x squared. The height of it is going to be 10 times that, 1 minus x squared, right, times 10. Now, in order to find an area, you multiply the length and the width. So the area formula is going to be 10 times the square root of 1 minus x squared times the square root of 1 minus x squared. Now, this makes life very convenient because that times itself makes the square roots go away. So you're left with 1 minus x squared. So the area formula ends up being 10 times 1 minus 10 x squared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to integrate this guy. I'm going to integrate 10 minus 10x squared dx. Issue number one is I don't know my limits yet. But what I do know is this guy is set equal to the x-axis. So I'm going to do 0 equals the square root of 1 minus x squared. Let's square both sides. Pretty easy stuff. That's just going to make the square root go away. So 0 equals 1 minus x squared. Let's add x squared to both sides. So x squared equals 1. Okay, square root everything, positive or negative, and x equals plus or minus 1. So you are going to be negative 1, you are going to be positive 1, and I just now realized that it gave us that already. It already told us that. So whatever. So I'm going to integrate from negative 1 to 1, 10 minus 10x squared dx. Okay, the integral of 10 is 10x. The integral of negative 10x squared is negative 10 thirds x cubed. And my limits are negative 1 and 1. Okay, so I'm expecting a lot of repeats going on here. I'm expecting a lot of repeats. We got 10 times 1 minus 10 thirds times 1 cubed, close it, minus 10 times negative 1 minus 10 thirds times negative 1 cubed, close it. Okay, 10 minus 1 cubed is 1, 10 thirds is 10 thirds, so minus 10 thirds, minus negative 10 plus, and the reason why it's going to be plus is the cube of negative 1 is still negative 1, so negative 10 thirds times negative 1 is still positive 10 thirds. Okay. If I pretend that 10 is 30 thirds, then I get 20 thirds minus, and if I pretend that this is 30 thirds, then I get negative 30 or 20 thirds. And again, these are going to be the same because they're just the same. They're the same area underneath. So that's going to give me 40 thirds. So kind of a strange problem, but I liked it.